there, welcome to Monkey Control Collective, and today's little video we're talking about this. This is the Adventure Force Brute Pro that is brought to you by DartZone blasters. This is obviously branded under the Adventure Force line for DartZone, which includes the things like the Nexus Pro, the Juice Pro, the Conquest Pro, the kind of orange Pro blasters. I think the difference being they're marketed in different stores, I think, in the USA. I'm not 100% sure on that, something like that. So this comes under the Adventure Force brand, but it's essentially a DartZone Pro blaster, so I'll probably refer to it as a DartZone Pro blaster throughout the video. So this is brand new, just out, I think, in the kind of North America and Canada. Not available here in the UK. I doubt we'll ever see it here in the UK. Massive shout out to Tim at the Detroit Dart Talk podcast, who did me a solid favour and hooked me up with one of these and posted it over for me. I was very excited when I saw this blaster come out. It's just something I've been looking for a long time. Personally, it fits a good gap in my loadout, and I've always wanted a kind of high power mag and grip Springer pistol to add to my loadouts. Something that's been missing out my loadouts for a long time. If I carry a flywheel primary blaster, I like to have a Springer secondary, just for kind of sneaky shots and sneaking up on people, so I don't have the loud flywheels revving, and also a kind of slightly lower power for close encounters, so we're not tagging people up close and personal with really high powered flywheel blasters. So I have this was my DartZone Mark II, which I got when it came out, pretty much as soon as it came out. I did the 12 round extended mag modification on this. As a good video, in-depth video about that on my channel. But I've always had issues with this being really inconsistent. Feeds pretty well, to be fair, but I've always just had some issues with the power, the seal, and it underperforming some shots really well, other shots just falling out the barrel. And it's just never performed the way I wanted it to, although I absolutely loved it, and I still carry it in my loadout a lot of the time, just in case I need it. But I have tended to move on to my Outlaw recently. I also have a Mark 2.1, but that kind of lives in the Foam Dart Thunder Loner bucket, and I only kind of bring that out at the Foam Dart Thunder Pro events. So yeah, when I've been tend to have been using my DartZone Outlaw as my kind of Springer backup pistol, but then again that's only 6 shots and also kind of clunky reloads. Even if you have the spare barrels, it's a clunky reload. So I always wanted something that was kind of mag fed, not proprietary mag. That kind of put me off about the 2.1. Never really got on with the proprietary mags in that. So ideally something that took Talons or the Slim Talons, the Nightingale mags. I've got a couple of, if I use a high power Springer primary, I tend to go for a flywheel secondary. So I've got a couple of Flycore blasters, and also sometimes borrow Mel's DartZone Venom Pro as well, which runs the Nightingale blasters, Nightingale mags, and I've also, one of my Flycore blasters takes Nightingale mags as well. So we do have a couple of Nightingale kind of Venom Pro mags, keep them out of the house. So ideally a blaster that would take them would just be ideal, and something that's got a bit of power behind it and everything. And boy, does this have a bit of power behind it. You'll see in the opening video there, I did some shooting with it. I've been playing with this for about an hour, and I have put dozens of mags through this. And on the chronograph, without the scar barrel, getting about 155, 160, even topping out at 170 FPS with some darts. And that is just the most powerful darts I've shot out of such a small package ever. I think like a blaster this size putting out 170 FPS is absolutely crazy, with the scar barrel on, that significantly drops the dart power down. The scar barrel is very tight. If you put a dart in there, it just gets stuck, so it's really implies a lot of friction onto the darts, does this barrel, and it seriously drops the FPS down. So with the scar barrel on, getting about 130, mid 130 FPS, so below 1 joule, which is pretty ideal really. So I'll be able to use this at sub 1 joule games, which I have a lot of in the UK, as long as I keep the scar barrel on. Also, without the scar barrel, some of the darts were just wild, absolutely wild, flying off left, right and centre, up, down. So I think there's obviously too much power in this plunger tube for the barrel. It's not really optimised. There's clearly a lot of venting out and sending the darts off everywhere. So obviously the scar barrel massively helps with accuracy in this. I don't think I hit my target once without the scar barrel. Shooting at that target, it's about 12 inches wide, 8 inches tall, from about 50 feet, and I don't think I hit it once without the scar barrel. But with the scar barrel, fairly consistent hits, or just skimming it. Which is really handy. 100, kind of 100 mid 130 FPS, and pretty accurate. If you've watched some other reviews on this blaster, people have a few complaints and gripes about it. People also saying the scar barrel fits falling out, but my scar barrel is absolutely perfect. That is such a tight, snug fit. Like, it's actually takes a bit of effort to get it in and out. So no complaints about my scar barrel fit on this. Absolutely perfect. It is quite a tough prime, but I'm an adult. I manage it. I couldn't see a child managing to prime this, but it is a 14 plus blaster, so it's not designed for children as such. Has an absolutely brilliant air seal out of the box as well. The trigger pull is very hard. It's quite a stiff trigger pull, and I did notice sometimes without the scar barrel, if I was trying a quick shot, the effort it was putting in to pull the trigger did lift my barrel slightly and had wilder shots. So it was always good to have a second hand there to steady the shot. But when you've got the scar barrel on, the shots are a lot more accurate anyway. But as I say, the mag release is quite stiff, but I think with a bit of use and a bit of time, the mag release will definitely become less stiff, and the safety as well is also incredibly stiff. And I think people have noted as well, if your safety is not fully engaged, that can also affect your trigger pull. So you do have to make sure it is fully clicked over into the fire mode. I've not really had any issues with it catching on the safety. But as I say, this is hopefully going to see a fair bit of use. The mags it comes with, these little 6-shot mags, are really cool. They fit nice and snug inside the blaster. The gravity drop. I'll say this is the Venom Pro mag. It takes the Venom Pro mag absolutely flawlessly as well. So you can pop your 12 round mags in there as well, and that's not too obnoxious sticking out. You could also have some extended Nightingale mags in there as well. It just seems to work really well. I would say design wise, compared, it's slightly chunkier than the Mark II, but it's definitely popping a lot more power than the Mark II. The Mark II has definitely got a lighter prime and a much lighter trigger pull than this, so it's got much beefier springs in it. You've got quick release on the back there for your spring swaps as well. I've seen videos of people swapping out this with kind of airsoft AEG springs to bring the FPS down. And I'm not sure if people have got the FPS up on it. I did notice a video someone put a slightly longer barrel in it, which got the FPS up even more, closer to 180 I think. Just obviously maximising that plunger tube power a bit more with a different barrel. I'm not sure I'll go down that route. I'm quite happy with this the way it is. Decoration wise, you've got this directed surface printing on it. It's got some kind of funky design which makes it look electronic, but it's not. I might give this kind of a paint job similar to my Mark II, with the nice metallic green over the teal, kind of green teal there, and I might just get rid of the printing and just go with a more glitter paint job on there. As I say, I'll probably got to use it a few times first, because I want to get used to it and see how it feels before I decide what I'm fully doing with it. But anyway, yeah, the Brute Pro. It's a funny name, the Brute Pro, but it definitely packs a punch. So that's probably where they got the name from, I imagine. It's one of the most powerful small blasters I've ever seen, or ever had in my hand anyway. And it's a lot of power and a lot of blaster for a really good price point. I think these are going for. I paid £25 UK for this plus postage from the USA, which is I'm not sure how many dollars that comes in at, but it's not too expensive for what it does, and you get 2 magazines with that as well, and the scar barrel. It's a lot of performance and a lot of blaster for a good price point. definitely worth picking up if you're in the space for this kind of high-powered compact Springer blaster. As I say, been really looking forward to this. Not disappointed. Massive shout out to Tim again for sorting us out with the blaster. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned here on YouTube and check out our other videos. We're over on Instagram and Facebook as well. Just have finished cosmetically modding my X-Shot motorised piston pump, so I might do a wee overview video of that now I've finished it. Made a nice cool barrel shroud for it and stuff. Hopefully going to get out and use that this weekend at a game as well and get a bit more time with that blaster. And I'll use this as well, hopefully for the first game this weekend. Looking forward to it. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and we'll catch you later.